Okay, so wait, y'all. I did a video talking about the BET Awards, but I didn't add the part where Taraji P. Henson called Keith Lee the wrong person because it was clearly a mistake and it happened so quick that it was just like, whatever. And I didn't think it was that deep. But apparently, Keith Lee put a video up afterwards, dropping the rose that Taraji gave him on the floor, which kind of sort of turned it into a controversial moment. Now, here's the thing. First and foremost, I thought that was August Alsina. I was like, what is Jada Pinkett's little boy toy doing in the front row? What he got going on? And then when she said Keith Lee, like I didn't recognize him. Now, I don't watch him, but I have seen a few of like viral videos of him or whatever. So apparently I don't know what he looks like. And Taraji doesn't either, obviously. But when she said the wrong name, when she called the guy his name, it was honestly, to me, it seemed like it was a mistake. Like, they said that he was sitting in the wrong seat and all of that, which all of that is fine and dandy or whatever, but it just seemed like a flat out honest mistake. Now, Keith Lee has since discussed this whole thing, and he explained how when he dropped the rose on the floor, he dropped it because he felt as though it wasn't meant for him and he doesn't want anything that's meant for him, and his social anxiety be flaring up and that's why he don't come outside or something to that effect. But here's my point of view. So you felt as though the rose wasn't for you. Therefore, you dropped it on the floor, which I personally feel like if you felt as though the rose wasn't for you, you should have gave it back to her in that moment and said, no, you can go give it to him or whoever you thought you were giving it to or whatever. But you claim that you have social anxiety, which if that's the case, why did you make a scene afterwards by posting something on social media about it? Like, why didn't you just let it go? Because nobody really was talking about that part of the show. I personally think he did it for attention. I think he did it to, get people talking about him more and make more out of the moment to bring more awareness to who he is. That's what I personally think, because everybody doesn't know who Keith Lee is. Like, I know that people on social media think that everybody watches them, but in all actuality, you could see people on social media and then see them in person and still not know that's them, because so many people have social media looks and then, you see their real looks in person and they don't be adding up. So it's just like, boy, why did you even do all of that and draw attention to yourself if you claim you got social anxiety? Makes no sense. When you do things like social media, every moment is designed for you to make the most of it so that you get more clicks and views and people see you and, you shed more light on who you are and what you do. So from that standpoint, I get why he did what he did to bring more traffic to his business. But what he did was sassy. Like, let's just be real and let's just be clear. And I don't know if he did that to appease his wife or, again, if he did it for promo. But either way, it just was, like, messy to me, honestly. And they have since exchanged words on social media. And judging by the way he handled this situation, I think the plug is going to be pulled on him as far as getting invited to events, or at least being that close to being a part of the show, because that was kind of tacky and unprofessional. Like, you just don't do that. I'm sorry. If he didn't have an issue, he could have just let it go. But what y'all think? Y'all think he was selling it, or do y'all buy his whole "this rose wasn't meant for me" story? Because the rose is still a rose. But my personal vote is that he was trying to trend.